Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting edition of TBL Soundoff. As promised, we're back after SummerSlam, and we're going to go ahead and run down the show and tell you what we think about each of the matches, the segments, and all that. And my first impression of tonight's show, Dr. Hunnicutt, I'm here with Trevor Hunnicutt, of course. My first impression of the show was we only had one backstage segment the entire program.
Which I think is an improvement. I dislike backstage segments.
At pay-per-views, they could be fun sometimes, but they do take away from the action, don't they?
Right. I definitely think they take away on pay-per-views. TV shows, I think they're fine.
Right. That's what the TV's for. Hype it up, present characters, give us new ideas. But overall, I would say this was a very good show. If you didn't watch it, definitely go out of your way, get the replay. The last two matches on the program were fabulous, tremendous, amazing, whatever word you want to use. And I'm pretty sure you agree with me, no?
Oh yeah, I thought it was a solid show. Yes.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. And the way it started out, it was with the expected MVP and Jeff Hardy opener, and I expected a little more going into the show out of these two, because number one, we got a lot of time invested on SmackDown into the storyline in this match, and number two, look who is involved. It's Jeff Hardy and MVP, two good guys in general that have good matches. But, maybe due to Jeff Hardy's injury or their placement on the card, they weren't allowed to do so much. And we ended up with what we got, which was a decent opener. It got the crowd hot. What did you think of it?
Right, I absolutely agree with you. I thought that there could have been a better use of these two, given the fact that they're relatively good workers who are matched up together, which is not a guarantee tonight for a lot of the matches, even some of the top matches. So
right.
I thought they could have done a little bit more with this. But that said, I thought it was okay.
Yeah, definitely agree with you on that. And we got our next segment, was the only backstage segment, as we already mentioned, of the program. And that was Santino catching up with Maria. Some old relationships coming back together, and Maria has really fallen off. Santino let us know. She has really let herself go ever since they broke up. And this was just a little setup for the match that featured the Women's and Intercontinental Championships. And guess what? It was the only title change of the evening, as expected most likely. And Santino and Beth won the titles, so we have new Intercontinental and Women's Champions. What did you make of the match?
It was pretty much in line with what we've expected from segments with Santino and Phoenix on television, which is to say that it was fun and funny. So I enjoyed it.
I thought they did a good job. They played off the humor. Not sure how well this is gonna affect Kingston, especially, and Mickie James, but I guess time will tell. I mean, I can see them doing a rematch as early as Raw.
Right, and it makes you wonder how seriously they are considering moving with Kingston here.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where he goes. That's now without the title. Ooh, does he get the same amount of TV time? Does he get as involved? Where is Paul Burchill? I guess time will tell. We had Shawn Michaels come out with wife Rebecca, and that was one of the most intense segments I can recall in SummerSlam history, without a doubt. He cut a promo saying that the doctors let him know it's his call ultimately, but it would be best for him to stop wrestling and call it a career. And Michaels was so great as usual with his facial expressions and just portraying emotion throughout his promo. He talked about his past, some good, some bad. He mentioned screwing Bret Hart. He mentioned being the guy who lost his smile. He mentioned being Mr. WrestleMania, the showstopper, all his names and acolytes. And it was just such an emotional segment. And, he made a lot of people believe that he was actually retiring. They cut to a lot of people in the crowd. They were crying. They were sad. It was quite emotional. And, of course, Chris Jericho's music played. And everybody cheered. Did you notice that when Jericho's music played?
Yeah, I did.
That was their first sign that he's not really retiring. And Chris Jericho, my God, he just keeps these two guys just keep upping up each other. And every time they do a promo or any type of segment in the ring, they're just getting better and better. And this was by far their best, no doubt about it. And it was a great segment. Jericho, he requested that Michaels, admit that the only reason he's leaving is due to what Jericho did to him, not to lagging injuries and what his family wants and what the doctors tell him. And ultimately, Michaels took it in, admitted that, and then he asked Jericho to tell his kids that he will never be Shawn Michaels. And to make a long story short, what followed was an accident. That's how it will be portrayed. That's how it was played out as well. where Jericho tried to deck Michaels. Michaels decked basically, and ooh, his wife Rebecca got hit in the mouth there. So I would have to say, good segment. What did you think?
Yeah, I certainly couldn't disagree with you there. I think in terms of quality of presentation, the Jericho Michaels feud has basically been Raw's version of Edge and Vicky Guerrero. It's just been really quality, and it's promoted this feud extremely well. Probably even more than it probably needed to get over. And it's been amazingly solid. And there haven't been as many missteps as you've seen with the promotion of a lot of other feuds that are ongoing in the company right now.
Yeah, that's a solid point, and I'm pretty sure the rematch is coming at Unforgiven just 3 weeks away, and it's gonna be great times. And just the way everything was played off, from Rebecca's reactions, the way she stood up and left on her own, not on a stretcher, everything was just felt so realistic, and everything felt so right. Nothing was contrived or forced upon us like WWE usually likes to do, and it was just a great job. And I'm looking forward to this match happening. And
right, and I think it's forgivable, perhaps that they did this instead of having Jericho face CM Punk, which I suppose was the other alternative for the World Heavyweight Championship match.
Right. That's a good point. That's a great point as well. I guess it did work out at the end. We've been questioning that move for a while, but it did work out. It's safe to say, no?
I definitely think so.
All right. Well, that was all good. It was great, and then tragedy struck. As I was mentioning earlier, our third match was not exactly a 5-star, presentation, and that was Mark Henry defending against Matt Hardy. And all I can tell you about that match was, I did not, and I repeat, I did not expect the commentary duo to be that good. I did not expect Matt Striker. Matt Striker was so good on the microphone. I'm not even kidding. I'm being that serious.
Matt's been pretty good on the TV show.
Right, on ECW he was okay, but tonight I thought, just in 3 minutes he got to talk, and those 3 minutes were great. They were better than the match.
He's really strong in that position, and it's a shame that Todd Grisham is in his way. I actually think that Matt would make a great play-by-play announcer. It doesn't fit with his character at all, but I think he'd be fantastic.
He's absolutely great, and the match itself, my God, the worst 33 seconds in SummerSlam history. What was that? What was even the point of that? Seriously.
To kill the ECW title and that entire brand.
So now, unless there was an injury that happened that we don't know about yet, before this match for either Matt or Mark Henry, honestly, what was the point of that? What was the big idea behind it? Why do what you did? You just buried the entire title, the entire promotion, its title, its champion, and its #1 contender, I don't know. I felt like it was just a way to get Jeff Hardy back on track after his loss, honestly.
Yeah, nobody's really going to take that seriously.
Yeah, that was really bad. And I think it's time to definitely for WWE, it's time to review the ECW brand and review what they want to do with it.